What's good, beautiful people? It's your boy Nate Motivates with another haircut tutorial. Today I have not only a good friend of mine, but my co-worker, Mr. Jesse Lamb. Jesse just joined the Headlines family by way of Reading, Pennsylvania. Not many survived that place. Jesse, tell me, first and foremost, man, what brought you down to Florida?
245 Headlines, the mentorship, everything, including Nate, Basio, the whole culture down here, the professionalism, maximize my potential. Yeah, I just want to be a part of a great team.
That's what's up, man. So how long you been barbering?
Going on 3 years now.
Going on 3 years professionally barbering now. Just moved down to Florida, what, 4 weeks ago now?
Yeah, 3 weeks now.
3 weeks ago. So far, how you liking it?
Loving it. It's definitely a beautiful start and a blessing to this journey.
That's what's up, man. Well, welcome to the family. So today we're gonna bless him with his first Florida haircut. Little did I know this is actually, your second haircut in the last 2 years?
Yes, sir. Just did a big chop before I left Reading.
Okay. All right, so just recently cut his hair for the first time after having long hair. I think he said his hair was down to his shoulders. All right, man, what type of look you going for? You trying to establish your Florida look, man?
Let's try something different this time. Let's do a number 5 on top with a burst fade on the sides into a V. Blend out the beard. Yeah, let's get it nice and sharp.
All right, so we're not gonna take too much length off the beard. It's more so maintenance. Yeah. Blend the beard into the fade. All right, when you say burst fade, it's kind of like a half moon right here on the side, and then you want to V it up in the back here, and then the number 5 on top, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. All right, we're definitely gonna get you in the game, man. All right, guys, first things first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take my trimmer, and after discussing further with him and after analyzing my client, I noticed that he had a light spot here in the corner. Typically with a burst fade, you typically want to make a little bald spot, your first guideline right here behind the ear, and then you would try to utilize with that burst fade in having a C cup. Well, because he's light here, I'm not gonna start the burst fade here. I'm actually gonna go all the way through, so we kind of blend into that light area, so therefore we're not having to push his C cup all the way back and try to force it, rather than just seeing where he's lacking at and then accommodate it accordingly. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and punch my initial guideline in. What I like to do is go about halfway, come to the back of the middle of the ear, and kind of meet that guideline halfway. Kind of make sure that I don't get too crazy with that guideline and clear that off. All right, guys, I'm coming in with my BabyLiss Single 4 UV foil shaver. Go ahead and just ball that out. Again, take notice that I'm not taking it all the way up to my guideline, kind of giving it a little bit of real estate right there so I can have something to blend into. If you're beginning, starting to fade, and you're in the beginner phases of fading, by leaving that little guideline, not taking your shaver all the way up, you're actually able to just come in with your trimmer and kind of just go ahead and blend that out so you're not having an extra line to take out. For me, it's kind of an error-proof system that I developed with myself early on in my career because I used to have a hard time taking my ball line out because I took my shaver all the way up too high. All right, so I'm going to take my low pro FX, lever all the way open. I'm gonna create a finger width guideline in that half moon shape. Take notice I'm using my opposite pointer finger to fold the ear down. All right, just kind of ensuring that I don't nick my client's ear. If you know anything about the body parts, understand that the ear is one of the worst places that you could cut a client. It's a lot of fatty tissue up there that allows the client to bleed a lot longer than you would want them to. After I put my initial guideline in, I'm gonna go ahead and just work my way to halfway down and start taking that out right away. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just drop it all the way closed. Take that last bit of the guideline out. Open, middle, close technique, almost error-proof system in taking out your ball line. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my surface. All right, he's gonna go with number 5 all the way around. So I'm gonna go ahead and just clear that out now. And for this haircut, I'm just gonna break the hair down in sections. This is another efficient way of cutting in the shop. Instead of doing one guideline all the way around or taking out the ball line on both sides or setting the guideline on both sides, you can break down the haircut into 3 parts. One side, 2 side, and the 3rd side being the top. Side, and top, and you can break the haircut down as that. I'm gonna go ahead and just start fading down, all right, with my 4 all the way open, take it across this parietal area, then I'm gonna drop it all the way closed. And this is the beauty about the new BabyLiss technology that they came out with the FXOne series, guys. My clipper, as you can see, is dead. Instead of me having to worry about having to put this back on the charger and not being able to use it, I literally had one battery already charging. All I had to do is pop that out, put the dead battery on the charger, put my fully charged battery in the clipper, and now I'm back in the game. All right, guys, I'm gonna come right in with my 3 guard all the way open, coming in right underneath that 4 close and fading it in the direction of how I want the fade to come out. Understand that I'm dropping it and creating that half moon type of fade, all right? All the way open, all the way close. All right, now we got the 2 all the way open. And you guys are taking notice, we're blending really rather nicely into that light area. Remember that light area we had? All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and close that bad boy. When it comes to my guard system, anything 2 and above, I do open and close. All right, when it gets to the 1.5 guard though, I actually like using that halfway. My 1.5 and my 0.5, I like using the halfway because mathematically, when it comes to the millimeters on my guards, it just makes more sense in blending. You can see this coming together rather nicely. Understand that I'm not using my whole guard just because it looks like my whole guard is going into the hair. I'm actually using my corner sometimes to get in some areas because my client does have some indentures in his head, all right? Some parts of his head protrude out a little bit more than others. And so therefore you gotta get in those areas so you don't have any dark spots when it comes to your fading. Using the edge of your clippers is a very good way of how to avoid dark spots when it comes to fading. All right, next up, 1 guard all the way open. All right, I'll drop it down halfway now. And we're gonna close it all the way. You can see that line is almost out of there. Got my half guard halfway. Take off that last faint line right there. All right, last but not least, I'm gonna take my no guard all the way open and just hit any dark spots that I may see. For the most part, that fade's looking pretty solid, man. I'll fine tune some detail in it later. Got the fade done for the most part on this side right here. I'm gonna go ahead and knock the beard out, all right? I typically, when I go to fade a beard out, I like going to the middle of the ear, no guard all the way open first, all right? And I go ahead and work my way out of taking that line out right away, drop it to the middle, then I'm gonna close it here, and that starts my fade right away. Then I'll come with my 1 guard all the way open and drop it like right below the middle of the ear. First guideline was middle of the ear. Second guideline for me is right below, right at the bottom of the ear. Coming all the way up with my 1 guard all the way open. Then I close it, and it typically blends pretty seamlessly, and I can fine tune it later. But that's probably the easiest way for me to explain how I do my beard blending. Go ahead and take my trimmer, line the back of the beard up. All right, I don't like to push people's beard in unless they ask for it, so I like to keep it as natural as possible. Especially if it fits the shape of their face. All right, off to the next side. All right, guys, what I'm going ahead and do on this side, I'm gonna repeat the same steps I did on the other side. Follow along, but I am gonna just give you some brief summaries as I go along. All right, first and foremost, go ahead and punch that guideline in. Again, starting in the middle of the C cup. I like taking it about halfway, all right? Then going to the middle of the back of the ear. Start kind of half mooning it, fold the ear down with my pointer finger, and go ahead and clear that up. If you ever want to know if you're making your guidelines wide enough, make your guideline and then put your finger on your guideline. If your guideline is smaller than the width of your finger, then more than likely your guideline is too small. Very beginning of my career, I used to have very constrict guidelines and my face used to be very compressed. All right, one thing that helped me was starting using my finger as a reference point when it came to actually understanding if I had wide enough guidelines or not. Just a quick little hack. Coming with number 5, knocking down my entire area. That's what he wants on top anyways, number 5 all the way around anyway. A nice little trick I like to tell barbers, all right, when it comes to cutting straight hair, to ensure that you get it even all the way around, take your comb, right? And right before you cut it, just take your comb and brush it against the grain and pass your clipper along right behind that comb, all right? And just follow it all the way through your client's hair, just to ensure that you're cutting all the straight hair equally and evenly all the way around. All right, coming in with my 4 all the way open first. Closing it. 3 all the way open, coming across the parietal in that C motion. Now I'm gonna hop in with my number 2, all the way open. 1.5, halfway. Half guard, halfway. Using my corners here, just attacking some dark areas, bringing this fade nice together. No guard, all the way open, and doing some corner play, you know. They're pretty solid all the way through and through to me. All right, leaving it dark for us to make a nice V back here. First things first, I'll make sure it's all even here. This is our 5. Whenever I like to do a client's V, I like to take a look, try to see where the most dense part of their hairline is, all right? We'll raise it up to probably like right there where it's more dark and defined on both sides. You see right there. Could it go down in here? Yeah, but nah. We'll bring it like right there. All right, let's start off by making 2 quick little V's in the middle. Stamp the other side, and I'll continue 1 all the way up.
All right, guys, I want to let y'all know, if you do not know about Pi Accounting, make sure you go to piaccounting.com and go on there. You'll be able to get financial services. And they're literally a financial advisor and accounting firm for Barber. It saves you on taxes. It helps you financially.
Hold on. Don't tell them everything, bro. Listen, go to piaccounting.com, schedule a consultation call, and one of our accountants definitely gonna talk to you, let you know all the amazing things that Pi Accounting has for you. You know, we're helping barbers make this a real career, a real profession, benefits, buy your first crib, all that, man.
I was able to buy my second property, but my first property in Florida. So
yeah, we're barbers, we're not CPAs, as you can tell the way we fumbling all over this. But go check out piaccounting.com.
Let's go.
As I approach lining up his C cup, all right, as you can see, we're not gonna have a very aggressive C cup. All right, we're just gonna make sure we give him a defined corner here. So I like to go to the most densest point. For me, that's where that was at, right there. I like to stamp a line in there, and I like to come towards where I feel the start of the C cup is right here, all right, and kind of meet it kind of halfway, all right, because I had a tendency when I started here, I used to always dig in, and next thing you know, my C cup's going way farther in than it needed to be, all right, so what helped me prevent that is I will stamp my beginning line here and come to the about middle part of the C, bottom of the C cup, and kind of work my way back towards the middle, and that's what helped me prevent doing pushback C cups. Yeah, it's fairly natural looking for him and fits him rather nice. It gives him a nice defined corner. Go ahead and put his sidebar in. I'm gonna go take it to his most dense point. As you can see, it's a lot lighter here. His dense part is more right there. So less light cosmetic, all right? I wouldn't consider this a pushback, all right? But we're definitely gonna make it a little bit more defined. All right, it's the stamp, pull away. Stamp, pull away. Especially with straight hair, guys. In order for you to get a defined sidebar, you gotta almost stamp, pull away, stamp, pull away. All right, first thing first, we're gonna go ahead and stamp that first line in. All right, come to the middle part of the C cup, meet it about halfway. I like to use my pointer finger as my axle. All right, and then sidebar, stamp, stamp, pull away, stamp, pull away. All righty, so this is gonna be the fun part, huh? Guys, as you guys notice, he has stringy hair, okay? What I like to do with people that have hair like this, or even wavers, I like to go ahead and take a guard below what I've already passed through the top. So through the top has already been a 5 all the way through. So I'm gonna take my 4, and I'm gonna start it right in the front of his head, and I'm gonna pass it all the way through his front. Why? Because these hairs in the front tend to be longer. If it was a waver, I would've went with the grain. Because he has straight hair, I'm going right off the shape of his hair. No, hence, I'm not digging in. I'm coming right off the shape of his head with that foreguard. He has recession points here, here, and here. All right, go ahead and trim this mustache. My go-to trim when it comes to a mustache is a one guard close with the grain. If they want it lower, they can tell me I'll go against the grain, but typically, you know what I mean, when I go to trim a men's beard, I always use the one close. Clean the bottom of the lip. Hey man, major shout out to Barber Joshua P, man, with these I call this the baby brushes, all right? Soft as a baby brush, all right? Clients will definitely appreciate you for having this in your arsenal, man. Definitely nice and soft, definitely, you know, very pleasing to your clients.
Do the slit on the mustache.
You want that? You want that sit right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You being for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm being for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a scar.
I have people ask me to give them a slit in their eyebrows. I've had asked for a slit in the side of a head, all right, a design, but I've never been asked to do a slit on the mustache. But I get it. My man's already has a scar here. He wants a slit on it, but it's a great lesson. It's not about what you want. It's a paying client, all right, whatever they want, and they're paying for it, give it to them, especially when it comes to hair preference. Let me get you a slit, bro. Right, and kind of use my hand and just kind of go straight down and catch all the stragglers, all right? You have to have a steady hand for this, okay? If you don't trust yourself, just put a guard on your clipper, all right, and just go straight down. Don't dig into the beard, okay? All right, guys, coming in with my 245 shave gel with that easy to apply nozzle. A little bit goes a long way with that vitamin E and aloe vera on there. I like to use the back of my blade or the back of my comb to go ahead and spread that out, all right, and then come down with the razor. So I like to pick either the bottom or the top. I'll pick my initial guideline, all right, when it comes to the razor, all right. Then I come to the top, pinching the skin, make the line at the top of my beard, and then I'll connect the two in the middle here. And that's how I avoid from digging in someone's beard, trying to keep it as natural as possible, but I also like to take it down to the most dense part. All right, guys, as I'm just cleaning up this line up here, come down here to the bottom. Again, stretching the skin with my thumb, all right, providing a smooth surface for me to get more defined line on the beard. All right, using my comb to comb through all the hair I just cut, all right, and then looking to connect it here in the middle. All right, guys, there you go. Another full-length tutorial. All right, we got a number 5 on the top all the way around. We're sort of like a half mohawk, half moon type of burst fade. All right, give him a little bit of a C-cup slightly, compensating for a light spot that he had right here that you can barely even see. All right, give him a full beard with a nice defined line. Compliments of that 245 Beam Team XL. But yeah, man, I know he likes it very much so. What you think, Jesse?
Blessed by the best, baby. Thank you.
All right, let the people know, man. Subscribe, like, share, man.
JL Barber Pro, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Appreciate y'all. Love being here. Thank you.
All right, this is a wrap, man. Appreciate you guys. See you on the next one.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?